We have previously told you all the places to dine at Disney's Magic Kingdom, but which restaurants are the best and where would we recommend? Find out today here on Walt Disney World, Adults Only. Welcome your Highnesses, I'm Dan and you're watching Walt Disney World Adults Only. Today we are going to tell you where we like to dine at Disney's Magic Kingdom, and of course we're going to tell you why. We've already got 2 videos where we run through all the quick service restaurants and the table service restaurants, so I don't propose we go through all those restaurants again today, but instead I'll link both of them in the description for you down below. So if you'd like to know all of the options, those are the 2 videos you need. But today we're going to tell you our favourites and hopefully give you some inspiration for your next trip. Other than Taylor and Courtney and Mickey and Carol, everybody has a different favourite place to eat at Magic Kingdom. I was especially surprised to discover Jackie's. Now, as we have different tastes, appetites, budgets and priorities when we're at the parks, we're going to include both quick service and table service restaurants in this video today. Anyway, let's get started. Please click subscribe for me and then tell me in the comments down below what is your #1 restaurant at Disney's Magic Kingdom, and please tell me why. Okay, here we go. Who should we start with? Taylor and Courtney, I think, as they've got the same favourite restaurant. Courtney, start us off. Tell us yours and Taylor's favourite restaurant at Magic Kingdom, and most importantly, please tell us why.
Well, Dan, you start with Taylor and I because we have selected the best restaurant. Both of us really enjoy Columbia Harbour House. Columbia Harbour House is located in Liberty Square inside Magic Kingdom. This is a quick service style restaurant, so you will walk in, stand in a line, give the person at the register your order, go pick up your tray, and then find your own seat. Seating is aplenty inside this restaurant. There are actually 2 levels of seating that's available downstairs, and then also a second level of seating upstairs. Well, Taylor, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about the menu?
Of course, Courtney. The Columbia Harbour House is classified as an American restaurant with a seafood New England style menu. Here, you'll be able to order a lobster roll, grilled shrimp skewers, grilled salmon, the sea captain catch, chicken strips, a trio platter, which includes fried shrimp, chicken strips, and battered fish, or the hail to the leaf mixed green salad topped with chicken strips. There is also a plant-based crab cake sandwich called the Doom Burger, along with a plethora of sides, including New England clam chowder, green beans, and the best one, hush puppies. There you go, Courtney. So why is this your favorite then?
Well, Taylor, I'm pretty sure we like this restaurant for a lot of the same reasons. #1 is the variety of food. Even though you do walk in and see mostly sandwiches listed on their menu, there is a good selection that would make just about anybody happy. In the Florida weather, I would prefer not to carry a large meal with me all day, especially for lunch. #2, the seating options. For a long time, many people were unaware of the second level of seating that was available inside this quick service restaurant. For me, it became a really awesome place to kind of go up and enjoy some quiet and just kind of have a little bit of a relaxing time while eating my lunch. Well, Taylor, it's super easy to love this restaurant, but tell us why it's #1 for you.
I completely agree, Courtney. This restaurant is like a little hidden gem in the Magic Kingdom, and every single time I've been there, that upstairs seating area has been basically empty. The theming here is really fantastic, and the food is pretty unique for theme park cuisine, and most importantly, it's delicious. I have never been disappointed by a meal at Columbia Harbour House. Just the fact that you can order a really decent lobster roll with a side of hush puppies that are delicious in the middle of the theme park puts Columbia Harbour House almost always on my short list for Magic Kingdom meals. Anyway, that's us. I believe this is also your favorite quick service meal at the Magic Kingdom, right, Dan?
It is is my favourite quick service for sure. I agree with you both. But my number one restaurant in Magic Kingdom is actually a table service. Speaking of table service, let's go to Leanne next. Leanne, what is your favourite?
Thanks, Dan. The Crystal Palace in the Magic Kingdom is my favourite restaurant there. The Crystal Palace is located in the Magic Kingdom. If you walk down Main Street and turn left, you'll see a building that looks a little bit like a greenhouse, and that's the Crystal Palace. When I've been, it's always been a buffet table service restaurant where you meet Winnie the Pooh and his friends. As you first walk into the restaurant, you are greeted with a giant floral display of Winnie the Pooh and his friends. At the minute, it's currently serving family style. I've been on every trip where I have stayed within Walt Disney World. We always go on our first day on our first trip to Magic Kingdom. My favourite part is the fact that there's the carving stations and the seasonal veg. I absolutely love veg, and trying to find it in Disney is not always easy. We've never had bad service in the Crystal Palace, and I know it's a buffet and they don't particularly serve you, but to say that we never had empty glasses just means that we did have good service. We do have a video entirely on the Crystal Palace, which we will link in the description down below. For me, the experience of being in the Crystal Palace, being so close to the castle, having Winnie the Pooh and all his friends there, and the fact it's a buffet, you can take your time, there's no need to rush. It's one of the reasons that this restaurant is my favourite in Magic Kingdom. And it's got to be better than all the other restaurants in Magic Kingdom. No one else has Winnie the Pooh? Dan, what do you think of the Crystal Palace?
The Crystal Palace is nice for sure. That beautiful glass restaurant and that delicious Pooh Puff French toast. What isn't there to like? I know you haven't tried too many restaurants yet, Helen, but I think you'd really love the Crystal Palace on a future trip. Anyway, tell us your favourite Magic Kingdom restaurant, and most importantly, please tell us why.
Thanks, Dan. Crystal Palace does sound so good. I may have to add this to my ever-expanding list of restaurants to try. My favourite restaurant is located in Magic Kingdom. Tucked in a cobblestone corner of Liberty Square, you'll find Sleepy Hollow. It provides a beautiful backdrop of Cinderella Castle as you eat. After placing your order at the walk-up window, you don't normally have long to wait for your food. There's lots of choice here, including corn dog nuggets, chicken waffle sandwich, and even turkey legs in the evening. After placing your order at the walk-up window, you don't normally have long to wait for your food. There's lots of choice here, including corn dogs, chicken waffle sandwiches, and even turkey legs in the evening. However, breakfast is my favourite time to visit, with great choices such as a fresh fruit waffle, a Mickey-shaped waffle or funnel cake, both served with strawberries and cream, and most items coming in under $15. Seating outside is fairly limited, but as I've previously mentioned, you get a stunning view of the castle, which is fabulous when you're tucking into your Mickey waffle. I think this is why I really prefer this restaurant in Magic Kingdom. It's all about the location. I remember you saying you didn't like your Sleepy Hollow funnel cake, Dan. Is that right?
You're right, Helen. I had the powdered sugar one and it was really, really dry. It was my first time having a funnel cake, and so I was super disappointed. Everybody tells me my mistake was having the powdered sugar and that I should have gone for strawberries and cream. So I'm going to do that hopefully on my next trip in September. Fingers crossed. Anyway, let's move on to Eric, and none of our viewers are going to be shocked to find this restaurant in this rundown of favourites. It's very, very popular. Eric, what you say?
Thanks, Dan. And yes, it's true. This restaurant does seem to have a pretty big fan base. I'm talking about Pecos Bill, Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. This Tex-Mex quick service restaurant can be found in Frontierland, not too far away from Country Bear Jamboree or Splash Mountain. This is a quick service restaurant where you can order at the counter with a cashier, or mobile order is also available. Once you place your order, your food will come up at the window, and then you go up and pick up your own food and take it to wherever you'd like to sit. This restaurant does have open seating, and there's tons of seating available. There are tables indoors as well as a small section of table outside if it's a nice day and you prefer to sit outside. Pecos Bill is a Tex-Mex restaurant and features menu items such as nachos, tacos, rice bowls, fajita platters, salads, and you may even find a burger or two on the menu. One of the big things that people loved about Pecos Bill was that they had an unlimited toppings bar that was available, But since the restaurant reopened in 2020 after the COVID closure, unfortunately the toppings bar has not yet returned. However, if you want toppings like sour cream, shredded cheese, lettuce, jalapenos, etc., you can always ask for those and extra when you pick up your food from the counter. The cast members have all of that behind the counter ready and available, and they can give you as much as you'd like. Pecos Bill is a must-do on a day at the Magic Kingdom for me. I love the food. I think the portions are great for the price. I've had tacos, I've had nachos, I've had the fajita platter, and I've had a rice bowl from here before, and I've never been disappointed. The food is always fresh and flavorful, and the sides are delicious too, whether you just get a side of beans or some rice or just some chips and salsa. Well, Dan, Pecos Bill is definitely one of my favorites, but you haven't eaten here, right?
You're right, Eric, although I have been inside. One of my friends ate here on a previous trip. I didn't have anything as I was really full up, but it looked like a really great option. Mickey and Carol have chosen a Marmite restaurant, a signature restaurant if you please. This restaurant is loved by many people, but it's also disliked by quite a few as well. Personally, I've had both good and bad experiences here, but this is Mickey and Carol's favourite, so let's hear from them.
Thanks, Dan. So my favourite Magic Kingdom restaurant is Be Our Guest. And you're right, it does seem to be very much love it or hate it. We visited for dinner in October of 2019 and we had a wonderful experience. Be Our Guest is situated in Fantasyland at the foot of the Beast's Castle. It currently offers a prix meal for lunch and dinner. However, before the closure, it was quick service for breakfast and lunch, and the prix meal was just for dinner in the evenings. The restaurant theming really puts you into the heart of the Beast's Castle. Before we were seated, we had to wait a few minutes out in the courtyard, and that was great. There's a lot of carved statues and gargoyles, as well as a wonderful mosaic that's above the main castle door. Once inside, there are 3 rooms that you can dine in: the ballroom, the west wing, or the rose gallery. We didn't get a choice of where we sat, of course, but we ended up in the ballroom, which was just brilliant theming all through. Our server was wonderful and explained the whole menu before giving us time to make our choices before they came back. Speaking of the food, do you want to tell us about the menu, Carol?
Thanks, Mickey. I'd be happy to talk about the menu. As you said, it's a fixed price menu, which means that you're getting appetizer, entree, and dessert for $62 adult. So for the appetizers, there's a couple of nice selections. There's French onion soup, mixed veal greens, my favorite lobster bisque, and a meat and cheese platter. So those are your choices from appetizer. Each person gets to choose one of those. Then there's several selections for entrees. So there's a pork tenderloin, a filet mignon, a vegetable dish for vegetarians and vegans, sea scallops, so you have a fish dish, and a chicken dish. Then for dessert, it's a dessert trio, so you have no choice in your dessert, but you get a little sampling of everything. There's a chocolate tart filled with the gray stuff, a dark chocolate truffle with Grand Marnier ganache, and a lemon jam macaroon. So you get all those as your dessert. So Mickey, that's the menu. Why is Be Our Guest your favorite then?
Thanks, Carol. So this is my favourite for a number of different reasons. First of all, we thought the food was fantastic. It was well presented as well as being well prepared, and everything we had was delicious. I also really love that this is the only place at Walt Disney World where you can meet the Beast, and it was a fantastic character interaction for us. Currently, the individual interactions are not taking place. However, the Beast does still wander around the restaurant. Last but not least, I think the theming of the whole restaurant is brilliant. It puts you right in the heart of the film, and it was absolutely wonderful to be there. What about you, Carol? Why is it your number one?
Mickey, I agree wholeheartedly about meeting the Beast as the top draw to Be Our Guest. I also agree on the quality of the food. My husband actually said the filet mignon was better at Be Our Guest than Yachtsman. So we both love it. My only regret is right now they are not serving escargot. The other reason I like the restaurant so much is depending on which room you end up seated in, it's a totally different experience. So it's very, very different where you go, and you're always welcome to walk through all 3 rooms to see what there is. I also quite enjoy the champagne there. It's a little on the pricey side, but a glass of champagne sitting with Beast in his little castle there, I don't know, it's just a unique experience to me. It's quite magical. Dan, you've been here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, correct?
Yes, breakfast twice, lunch once, and dinner once as well. We actually have a video all about Be Our Guest, and for anyone interested, I'll link it down below. Natalie up next. What's your favourite, Nat?
Thanks, Dan. My favourite Magic Kingdom restaurant is the Jungle Skipper Canteen, or to give it its proper title, the Jungle Navigation Company Limited Skipper Canteen. I find this restaurant to be really fun, it has quite a relaxed atmosphere, and it's full of dad jokes, which, if you like the Jungle Cruise, you're going to love this restaurant. The servers here are just like the skippers, full of jokes while still providing excellent service. The Jungle Skipper Canteen is a table service restaurant located inside Adventureland in Magic Kingdom, quite close to the Jungle Cruise ride with which it shares its theming. It is a fun and relaxed restaurant with great service, and the servers are actually a little bit like the skippers from the Jungle Cruise, full of funny stories and lots of jokes to go around. As long as you like dad jokes, you're going to think they're hilarious. The humour here is pretty much on my level. I love it. The restaurant is quite large and actually has 3 different dining areas, the main one being the mess hall, which is where I've dined in before. If you want to know more about the Jungle Skipper restaurant though, you better hit subscribe and that bell notification icon, because in the not too distant future, we've got a full video on the Jungle Skipper Canteen. This restaurant is open for both lunch and dinner, although the menu is pretty much the same for both and the price points are the same as well. The menu here is a little bit more exotic, and it follows the places that you would see on the Jungle Cruise, such as South America, Africa and Asia. And in a word, delicious. Now, I've actually only dined at the Jungle Skipper Canteen once, and it's gone straight to the top of my favourite restaurants list. Don't worry though, I've not forgotten my beloved character meals, and they're still there right at the top, but those are more experiences than just the restaurant. The atmosphere inside the Jungle Skipper Canteen is quite fun and relaxed. The servers talk to you as though you're friends, which is really good, but they still do provide excellent service. You want for nothing in this restaurant. I also did find the food absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend going for the not so secret menu, Brazilian cheese bread. Absolutely amazing and perfect for sharing. I had the It Tastes Like Chicken, because it is, which is a fried crispy chicken with a sweet chili glaze. It was amazing, delicious, and just the right amount of spice. My partner actually got the steak, and I got to try a little bit. He wasn't too impressed with that though, and it was beautiful, perfectly cooked. And I have to say, I'll be getting this the next time we go to the Jungle Skipper Canteen. Although I got to try all of the desserts, my favourite one was the kungaloosh, which is an African-inspired chocolate cake with bananas that have been caramelised, which sounded odd but was actually really good, with a cashew caramel ice cream and dusted with coffee. It was amazing. Not too sweet, a little bit of bitter from the coffee dust, which just offset it perfectly. It was really, really good, and I will definitely be getting that again next time. I'm surprised, Dan, this isn't your favourite restaurant. You always speak so highly of the Jungle Skipper Canteen.
Yes, it's probably my second favourite table service. I really love it there, a very close second. Now, Jackie has been thinking outside of the box, and when I asked everybody to tell me their favourite restaurant in Magic Kingdom, Jackie chose somewhere that I personally wouldn't have considered to be a restaurant. But it is her choice, and I will leave it up to you to decide whether this is a restaurant or not. Anyway, Jackie, tell us about your favourite coffee shop at Magic Kingdom. Sorry, I mean favourite restaurant.
Thanks, Dan. Technically, Disney does consider the Main Street Bakery a quick service location. Along with the Starbucks coffees, they serve soft drinks, breakfast sandwiches, pastries, and some lunchtime sandwiches. Leave a comment below telling Dan that even though the Main Street Bakery doesn't have chairs and tables, it's still a quick service location, right? As I mentioned before, Disney does consider this a quick service location. They serve your typical Starbucks drinks along with breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, cupcakes, cookies, and the newest 50th anniversary Mickey cinnamon roll. Due to its popularity, there is no seating inside for this location, as you probably, if you've ever been to Magic Kingdom, you know this is one of the busiest places, other than maybe the line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Since there's a lack of seating inside Main Street Bakery, I usually take my pastry and Starbucks coffee and sit either outside the plaza or outside of Casey's. I mean, who wouldn't want to totally have a view of the castle while sipping on their Starbucks drink? There are a few downsides to this location though. If you're a dedicated Starbucks fan, you cannot redeem stars here. You can only earn them. While it's not my absolute favorite, it is one of my top places to start off at Magic Kingdom with breakfast and a coffee drink. I think that's everyone except you, Dan. Are you going to reveal your favorite now?
Thank you, Jackie, and I'm sure that everybody is now commenting that I'm right. Anyway, my favourite restaurant in Magic Kingdom is Liberty Tree Tavern. Located in Liberty Square, this table service restaurant, themed like an old colonial inn, serves traditional Thanksgiving dinner every single day of the year. It's family style and all you care to enjoy. And for a theme park, it is good, plentiful and flavourful food. Now, I really love it and we have a whole video about this restaurant which I'll link for you down below. But seriously, this place is the nuts. We don't get Thanksgiving dinner here, obviously, but it's a bit like our Christmas dinner and I do love a really good Christmas dinner. Here you get bread rolls, a really delicious salad, turkey, pot roast, pork, which I do not care for, mashed potatoes, green beans, mac and cheese, gravy, and then the bestest dessert ever, the ooey gooey toffee cake. And did I mention it's unlimited? I'm not going to tell you that you're going to find the best food at Walt Disney World in the Magic Kingdom. You just aren't. But Liberty Tree Tavern is a really great option. Like, so great. The only negative there is that I always leave feeling so full up. But eating that much is entirely optional. You just have to be less greedy, basically. As Natalie said, Jungle Skipper is high on my list too. And if I'm looking for a quick service, then it's gonna be Columbia Harbour House every single time. Now, there are some horrible options at Magic Kingdom too, and we're gonna run through those in a future video. So please ensure that you're subscribed so you do not miss out. Anyway, enough from us. Tell us yours. Pop down into the comments below and tell us your favourite restaurant at Magic Kingdom. Tell us why, and also tell us which one of us has got the best taste in Magic Kingdom restaurants. For now, thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate your support. Team, it's outro time.
If you like this video, please give us a like hitting that thumbs up button.
And make sure to share this video with your friends and help them plan their most magical Disney vacation.
If you'd like our channel, please click subscribe.
With that bell nicely clicked so that you know when our videos are released.
Let us know in the comments down below what kind of videos you want to see from our channel in future.
If you're not already a member of our fantastic Walt Disney World Adults Only Facebook page, please join today.
The link is in the description down below, where we'll continue this discussion along with many more.
We talk about everything Disney World.
Thank you so much for watching our video.
And as always, never grow up.